Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 15, Week 2, Day 4. So today, we have ourselves, well, tomorrow more so, we have ourselves the Vault event 7 hours from now, right around the corner. First Vault event since 7.0, so a great time to be going and getting loot for the next 3 days, well at least in 7 hours from now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But yeah, a lot of loot to look forward to. We actually didn't end up finishing the stack from earlier, though we should get that to a nice number. Maybe it's like 250 today or something. It's something that's easy to do math off of when we want to figure out our keys for tomorrow. So I may open a good chunk of them. Who knows? Maybe we'll go all the way down to 200. Though we'd have to spend quite a bit of time doing that. I do want to focus on quite a few of the weekly events, just so we can get our progress on them. One pretty noteworthy one, too, is we are about to hit stage 14, which unfortunately we're probably not going to hit this stream. However, I actually want to ideally hit this before I cover the gold farming video, just so we can have the 11. Because pretty much everyone, well, maybe not guaranteed, but, you know, a good majority of people after this week, not literally everyone in the game, but a good number will have 11 mana cost Slug Hoarder instead of 12. So I'm hoping to have that very soon. The only problem with that is I might have to do it shortly after the Vault event reset, when all my guild gets, you know, all their battles back. But, oh no, who knows, maybe we'll reach it by then. But we'll throw down our battles and contribute. But, yeah, that's going to be an upgrade for him. He'll go from 12 mana cost to 11 mana cost, which, of course, is helpful. It's not game-breaking, but it's definitely better than him being 12 mana cost, that's for sure. Anyways, also, they gave the campaign issue. I made sure not to claim this earlier. But, hello, adventurer! Over the weekend, Lord Johnny Bronze got into some trouble at the tavern, which prevented players from getting into the campaign menu, which we had that issue with the other week. Which I still haven't bothered buying the campaign thing yet. I need to go do that. I was going to last weekend, and then I went into the menu, and then it didn't work, so then I just forgot to. We got to fix out for this before the weekly reset. Please enjoy these gems as an apology for the issue, but there we go. 50 free gems. There we go. Put in the pile that we'll be throwing immediately onto Underspire, because we do have Underspire today too, as we do like every day. We unfortunately did break our perfect streak, but yeah, we're still going. Obviously going to go and complete it out. Let's go and we'll spend 50. You know, I'll even spend 100 today. And then we'll throw the rest of the 50s the rest of the time and see where that gets us. We are currently halfway there, and we should be finding the door. Wait, would it be door? Yeah, door. There should be the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Door is right there. If door is not right there, we have a problem. But door should be right there. So anyways, hello everyone. Hope all you guys been doing well. Hello Roman. Hello Bill. Hello Yeah. Hello Lesta. Hello Supernova. Hello Cookie. Hello Lady Alfred. Hello Sushi Ninja. Hello Logic Slayer. Hello Roman. Hello Lester. Hello Emanator. Hello Brat Pack. Hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyways, let's go and grab all of our mana. Get that rolling. Get our quick kills. See if we have a door down here. Be very disappointed when we somehow find another dead end. We'll see how it goes. Alright, get that down. Get our mana. Get the other mana. Let's go for the big ol' explosion. Continues to kill and the highest durability. Oh, wait. What? Did we just double 7%? That threw me off like crazy. We just double rolled 7%. So for any of you that don't know, I think we've actually done that a couple times this week already. But it really threw me off there. But there are some hero classes that have a final perk of 7% chance to assassinate the last enemy when another enemy dies. And this does roll off of itself. So if you kill an enemy, there'll be a 7% chance you instantly kill them. And, you know, that 7% can kill. But that 7% that kills the enemy can also roll another 7% that has a chance to kill. So we just double rolled 7% to just wipe the whole team with 1 kill. But you can technically do a whole team wipe with 1 kill. But it would require 3 7%, which I'm not sure if we've ever done. I can't remember. It's been a very long time if we have. But we have done a lot of triple kills, where you kill 1 and then you get a free double kill. That's a lot more common. But getting the triple 7% is super unlucky. The straight 7s. That was a double though, not a triple. Anyways, let's keep going. In theory, the door should be 1 below us. Unless this is a very, very weird halving situation. Alright, I'll take that one over. Grab that little guy. Oh yeah, I was like, wait, no, that's gonna end our turn, but then I forgot. Literally, this whole team has auto extra turn. As is pretty much everything in Zacian, which definitely has made a lot of things this week easier, including, of course, the class event. I didn't get over to that yet, but if not mistaken, we do have a Zacian class event because it's a good old thief. I can't remember what team we have for it though. I think I just went like 3 Goblin Rockets. Which is not the most ideal thing to be running for any of the events, but it just makes a quick kill Dawnbringer go well. What's with us landing so many 7% today? Look at that, we got another one. Very lucky. Okay, we'll take that one over. I don't even need the luck for this. Save it for like Guild War or something else. Somewhere where we actually need the luck a little bit. Oh! I was mentioning this earlier, that this is either going to be the door or the boss room. And I was mentioning the other day that, oh, there's a small chance that this could be the boss room and not the door. Well, it is, which means, oh, that's interesting. Wow, okay, so that means the rest of this area is north. That's very interesting. But yeah, I mentioned that yesterday, that that's a possibility. So, of course, seeing all this room over here, you would expect it to go left. But it's actually going up. It's going to go up to that whole section over there for the other 2. Very interesting. Alright, well, we knew this was one or the other, but this was not the one I was expecting to see here. Well, let's go take it out nonetheless. And obviously we don't need to change our team or anything, we just run it the whole time. The only bad thing about that now is trying to find the correct path. Could be a little annoying. We know it's north, like it's literally impossible for it not to be. The problem is it's going to double branch for sure. And we don't really have a clear indication of which one of the 2 paths is the right one. We'll look at them and put it to consideration, but I'm pretty sure it's just pure luck at this point. Because I'm not really sure what the strategy would be in that little area. So far, this delve, it seems to like doing the outer pattern. So if we have 2 paths, one that goes inwards and one that goes outwards, I'm going to assume the inner one reaches a dead end and gets cut off by the outer one. Because it's been doing that a lot this delve cycle. So if we have a double path of left and right, we're going right. Because that one will wrap around and then assumably block out the other one. Anyways, there we go. Alright, so let's go over there. We're definitely going to be presented with a double path. Not this next room, but the room after that will likely be a double path. Because there's not enough room for it to be a double path on the next one. Oh, that's not a move. Let's see. I don't have a cascade for that. I need mana. Why is this board so bad? We'll just poke him. Luckily, unlike Underworld, if our team gets repositioned like that, it actually does not matter at all. Because our team gets reset every single battle. If this was Underworld, that would be like the worst thing to ever happen. As you have to deal with that for the rest of the delve. But luckily for this mode, yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It just only affects this battle. And it barely even affects this battle. There we go. And now when we go to the next one, it'll be all back to normal. Okay, so this one could double branch. One going left, one going up. And if that is the case, I'm going up. Alright, so we're 2 in. So we need to count to 7. Which we should have enough to reach it. As long as we don't hit like 3 dead ends, we should be able to reach it here. If we get it first try, we'll get it on 5 rooms from here. Who knows, maybe it'll be a straight path. I highly doubt it, though. We haven't had that many branchings. If anything, we should almost have like a triple path coming up soon. Though it can only branch into a double on next tile. At max. No, that's why I killed that one first. I had a slight feeling it could revive. Or would revive. Obviously, it could revive. But you don't really want to kill the revivers first, just so you don't have to... because if you're using an AoE option, and you have some single target, you want to focus that single target on the thing that can revive, just in case it does revive. Because the other ones are already chip damage from the AoE spam. And there we go. Oh, so we're almost about to gain a level. Okay, we did not double branch into a path yet. It will any room now. It kind of has to. Also, hello, Ginky. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Kikolia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You just got Norbert's turnip today? Nice. Yeah, it's one of the best weapons in the game. Definitely top 10 best. It also has the best infinite loop of any weapon in the game. Unless you technically count Rope Dart. But Rope Dart's not really... Rope Dart's an infinite loop in a different way. Like, Rope Dart itself doesn't infinite loop. The team around it infinite loops. Whereas Turnip itself just infinite loops with a Goblin team. I'm not sure why I killed him when we already had the other thing. Let's see. We didn't get enough mana there. I'll get our turn up down. Get our the truffle. And that should be match. Alright, there's our double branching path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm still gonna go up, I think. We'll see what the paths actually are here. It depends, because if left has... Left is gonna have up, down. Down is obviously dead ends. That leads to nothing. Up could still be it. I'm hoping it doesn't have an up, but you know for sure it's gonna have an up. Because then we're going to be presented with, if we go up, up, or up, left. And with how much extra room there is there, it is actually possible that it goes a little left there. I think I'm still going to stick with the outer right method, though. Because we've just had way too many instances of it wrapping around this time around. And that might be a pattern that it tries to do that I just haven't really noticed. Because almost every single time it has wrapped around. So another thing that Thief has, every time you land extra turn off a board... Yeah, that's what I thought. Every single time we've landed extra turn off a board, we've actually landed, You get the 7 extra damage off a Thief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... It definitely could be over here. But based on what we've had happen, I'm actually going to go up. I am going up. I am pretty sure it's going to be up and not left. For a couple of reasons. For whatever reason, they tend to not like putting the path in the area that has more options. The area that has more options tends to dead end more often on both sides. So even though it statistically seems like it'd be the better path, it normally isn't. And the other reason is almost every single pattern we've been getting so far has been wrapping around. And the inner path keeps getting cut off. Which means right here, adjacent to this room, should be the gate. And right over here should be a double room dead end or a single room dead end. Because these things keep getting dead ended whenever there's a round path. So the next room, we should see the door. And if we don't, then we have a problem. Because that means we went the wrong way. But if we do, then we're good to go. Let me just move on to the 4th section. Or sorry, the 5th section. We're already on the 4th section. Which we're almost there. We only have 2 sections more to go through. And of course find the boss room and that other little thing. Gotta remember to actually make sure to use the torch, because I deliberately made sure not to grab the torch early this time. And the main reason I did that is just in case I accidentally misclick it. I haven't done that yet, but I didn't really process to me until this week that it is actually optimal to just not grab your torch until you need it. Just to make sure, or not your torch, I mean your lantern. No! It was the other way! Oh, come on! Okay, well, we gotta go this way. There's only one path, obviously, now, up to the left. But anyways, but yeah, it's more optimal to just grab your torch when you actually need it, just to make sure you never accidentally misclick it. Otherwise, every single time you could potentially accidentally misclick it. So we'll grab it this right before we hit the 6th boss. That's unfortunate. We hit a dead end there. At least there's a guaranteed chance it's the other path. He's obviously down as dead end. And that only leaves one path left. Yeah, we're getting a little unlucky on these later ones. We got so perfectly lucky on the first 2, though. We're never going to get that lucky again. Let's go focus him because he has his auto revive. Get him all the way down. After this, we'll go to the class event, hand out a code. Oh, yeah, that reminds me, I didn't check Discord today. I wonder if Kafka... I mean, I keep saying the wrong name. I wonder if Jeddo has sent the new codes yet. There it is. There's the door. Alright, well, let's go through it. That is door number 4. So 1 battle after this, we are now in the 5th section. So we're 2/3 of the way through, with 3 days left. So we have plenty of time to finish it out. So this using slightly less gem method seems to be working out pretty well for us. The only problem is, because I've been doing it kind of sporadically, how much is spent per day. I'm actually not sure how much I've spent up to at this point. But I believe it's around 600-700. And we should only need to spend about 200-300 more. Like, I think we're going to be slightly under 1,000 gems spent doing it the way we did this week. Which is kind of nice. Because I think on only one day I bothered to do max torch. And I should have distributed a little bit more on Monday. Because I kind of forgot we'd have a vault weekend this weekend. So I should have went for the 150 on Monday rather than just the 50. Also, I keep thinking they have enchant. That's one thing that always throws me off. I am so used to inside modes having enchant. And modes like this that don't have enchant throw me off so much because I'm just so used to always having enchant. And then just not having it occasionally like this. Because there's no way to have enchant in Underspire. Well, not no way, obviously, but, you know, there's no way to start with enchant. There's no potion effects. Which is actually something different compared to Underworld as well. Because Underworld, even when you're doing the normal battles these days, actually has access to potions. It didn't used to back in the day, but it does these days. But you cannot get any potion effects in Underspire. The only effects you can get are those little wild card thingies. Which, do you guys even bother using the wild cards? I can't remember the last time I did other than on the first week. They're not bad, some of them. Or why did I say wild cards? You know, the buffs. I say wild card because that's the most useful one. Is the one that places wild card on the board. But, I don't know, I feel like I barely use them. At least this late in the game, these battles are generally pretty easy. Especially on a week like this, where we have access to a really good team. At least compared to what we've had in the past. Oh gosh, we're already being presented with a double path. Left is more likely to dead end, so I'm just gonna go up. Because we don't know what that double branching path is to the left, and this could have very easily, cut off the path to the left. So we're just not gonna go that way. Yeah, the trinkets, that's what they're called. Yeah, it's a proper name for them, trinkets. Why do you get consistent low rolls on Vault on hard difficulty? On Vaults? It can happen sometimes. The biggest issue is getting the gnomes. Like, the gnomes are very bad loot, especially in Epic Vault keys. Because once you have them for completionist sake, you don't really need more of them. And it can happen. With enough keys, you eventually get past the bad RNG. There's also a very high sporadicness as to your loot that you can get. Especially when opening Epic Vault keys, but even just standard Vault keys. You can get everything from basically 0 to, like, hundreds upon hundreds of gem value. It's a very wide range. There we go. Okay, I'm skeptical going left. Because there's a lot of info we don't have here from earlier. And there's a good chance it's just dead end, so I'm gonna go right. It's just a little bit safer too. Oh, what do we need? We'll take Brown Surge. I'm seeing which way I want to take it. Get our yellow, try for blue from Sky. We actually got it. Throw a poke at him. This thing actually used to be meta back in the day. Death Touch with Chilling Touch. There is a point in the game where having that as your, like, double skull effect was actually kind of good. These days, obviously, there's way better ways to do both. There was a point where that wasn't a horrible option to be running. Yeah, we have 2 torches left. Well, technically 3. Well, you know, 2 after this one. I don't think we have enough to reach a door. How far are we? Let me double check. Let me double check. Let's see. We'll take that. We'll take that. Get the other thing. Throw down truffle. Throw down the yellow. Get the other truffle. I don't have any mana here. We'll take that one. Turn up rolling. Let me hit the ones with spell reduction. They're gonna survive a little longer. It feels weird not being able to see their traits on the side. That's probably the main thing that throws me off with the new format. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we guess correctly, we can actually see the door. Do we think outer will dead end or be the path? I'm gonna go for it. No. It's gonna be inner. One thing I've noticed is that the door has never been on the outskirt. All 3 weeks, I don't think we've ever had a door in the final square perimeter. We didn't have it over here. And I don't think we're going to have it over here. It might actually be impossible that the outer square ever has a door. And if that's the case, it's actually this way. So I'm going to go this way. Because we haven't seen it yet. And there's a chance it actually can't occur. Because they might have coded it that way to make sure it never glitched and got, like, out of bounds. Like the pathing. So they might have deliberately made it so the outer square can never have a door. I am pretty sure they would have done that to help prevent glitches. Even though I'm pretty sure they had a billion other glitches. But that seems like something you would do just to make sure you didn't accidentally get a situation where it tries to make a door go out of bounds. So far 3 weeks, and I don't believe we've ever had an outer perimeter door. And even the situation where it looked like it could have been in the other section, it was a boss room. And not a door, probably because it can't be a door. We're about to find out. Right there should be a door. Attached to that room. And if it's not there, that means it is possible that an outer square can have door. But I'm pretty sure they coded it in a way where it's will never happen. Truffle, turnip, or iron god. She doesn't matter. He has 10 HP left. Oh, there we go. Moment of truth. Door. Yep, I knew it. Okay, that doesn't confirm it, but I am pretty sure. I didn't even think about that when I was doing it down here. But after seeing the boss room be there instead of a door, I am near 100% certain that the absolute outskirt square. Gosh, that's so hard to say. Outskirt square. Gosh, why is this such a tongue twister? The outskirt square, I am pretty sure, can never have a door attached to it. Just to make sure that they never have a weird pathing where the door goes to, like, literally out of bounds. So I'm pretty sure it is impossible for it to occur. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I'm pretty certain. Yeah, the perimeter. But, yeah, and because of that, we knew that the door was here and not there. Because this would have been attached to the outskirt, whereas this would have been the, door. And it was the door. Doesn't 100% confirm it, but I'm pretty confident that, yeah, the outer square can never have it. And that also means, actually, where do we think the boss room would be? If I had to guess, it's top right. The only problem with that is I'd have to do a lot of rooms to go from there. But yeah, I think I would go right from here when we start doing it tomorrow. Because this is going to dead end. This is probably going to dead end because this is going to cut it off. So it's like somewhere's in this area over there will be the boss room. And then from here we go left. Obviously, that's the only way you can go, but you know, like to that section over there. Anyways, I'll keep continuing. Got 3 more days of Underspire left. And we're 2/3 of the way there. Found the 5th door. We're almost there. Anyways, in other news, let's go do all the other things. So we got a class event today, which of course is basically just free 25 gems. Also, gold farming video soon, TM. As I mentioned earlier, I did want to have the buff on him. And we should be able to have that by tomorrow, early tomorrow. So right around the time Vault event's starting, we'll be messing with that. Hopefully get that video out tomorrow morning, or sometime tomorrow. Depends when I go and do all the Vault grind. But between all the Vault grind, we will get a gold farm video out on the new Slug Hoarder guy. What am I looking for? What am I even doing right now? What mode am I even clicking on? Wait, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm doing, I know what I'm doing now. Aha, I came here to go grab my team for the class event. The Thursday class event. We're just running Dawnbringer to triple link. Which is one of the more standard strategies to run for this. Yeah, we're just doing this to get our little bit of gems. Only 25, but hey, it adds up. 25 at a time. Alright, I'll take the red. Get a Dawnbringer. I don't know if you read this, but for a while... wait. You need a whiteboard to track gems spent. So yeah, I'm not sure. I need to go keep track of it better next week. Keep like a little Word document where we add how much we spent every single day. Because the way that I'm going to be spending gems on Underspire is going to be a lot more sporadic, similar to how it was this week. As will help us reduce the overall amount spent. Because I'm trying to end up hitting around 1,000 or so. Like under 1,000 consistently. And we technically would have last week if we would have spread it a little bit better. Because by the fourth, by the fourth day, we had full completion. And it cost us 1,200 gems. But if we spread that across the entire time, we would have spent closer to like 800. Yeah, Underspire is a very costly mode. The only reason we keep doing it is because we have the gems too. And even if I start getting low on gems, we can just open a billion vault keys or gold keys or glory keys or farm more. Like, we have so many options, or just take tribute more often. Because we have basically max tribute. So we have, like, a lot of options to make sure we don't run out. But it is a very gem-intensive mode. Like, you could easily spend a bit over 1,000 every week on it. Which is a lot compared to, you know, on top of everything else there is in the game. Well, we have the surplus, so we can end up doing it, luckily. It's definitely not something you would do too much as a newer player. If it was a newer player, you'd pretty much just go for the lantern on the first boss room, and that's pretty much it. That's all you really need from Underspire. You can basically look at it as a free, very quick double bronze glory every week. And that costs 0 gems. And if you can get there, you can try going for the second boss room. Not to torch it, but simply to have it. Because the second one is an Imperial plus, what's the other loot? It was Imperial plus something. I only remember the Imperial because it was the more relevant one. But an Imperial plus something else. Also, why is this battle going so bad? There we go. I mean, like, taking mana as if I'm using the Goblin team. Although this technically is a Goblin team, but you know what I mean. The other Goblin team, the actual Goblin team, not just the Dawnbringer with 3 rockets behind it. Oh, there's 20 gems. Not the gem drop I was referring to, but there we go. That's the daily 20. Then we'll get a 25 from this. And be good to go. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Wait, it really gives an epic vault key that early? That's a really good source of just free epic vault key. That's kind of cool. Obviously, vault events, you can just get a billion of them. But, that's interesting. I almost forgot about that because the Imperial's still the better loot. Yeah, epic vault key's not bad at all. Because you should be able to reach both of those with the free battles. You have 49 torches for free. That is guaranteed, even if you get max bad RNG. If you take every single possible room, you will still guarantee get to the first boss. And then it's just a matter of getting to the second boss for the free Imperial plus epic vault key. If you do that for 0 gem cost, you would get an epic vault key, an Imperial, and 2 bronze glories for 0 gem cost. And it also wouldn't take that long either. Because at max, it would be 49 battles. Yeah, the Glory Orbs, basically, Underspire can be viewed basically as a gem to Glory Orb converter. That is essentially the entire role of Underspire, is it converts gems into Glory Orbs. And that's the whole reason why you would play it, is to simply just convert them. You can't just directly spend gems on buying them, you simply just have to convert them through the Underspire game mode. That's basically 90% of the loot you're getting. Is the silver and gold glory medals. There's a few other knick-knack stuff in there as well, but those are the 2 hefty drops that you're doing the whole thing for. Wait, what? They were that low? I'm not used to his adjacent damage actually getting a kill. They actually buffed it from back in the day. Way back in the day, there were a lot of troops that did 1 damage to adjacent enemies. Back when 1 damage meant something. They eventually changed it as of like 4, 5, 6 years ago to include different types of splash damage. Before, all splash damage was 50% to adjacents, but they added 25% and 75% with light splash and heavy splash. And even though his ability used to be 1 damage to adjacent, every troop that has that was changed to light splash. which is 25% damage to adjacents. So I always forget he actually can kill with adjacent damage these days. He's way back when it used to only be 1 damage, but now it's like, in his case right now, 15 damage. Which is still pretty low, but you know, way more than 1. Way bigger number than 1 damage. Comparatively. There's our Valraven. Still need 1 more of those. Oh, I was hoping we'd have a skull set up. Do it right there, because we get the yellow guarantee, and then we just do it straight to the skull. Oh, we still need 1 more Valraven. Yeah, the Glory Orbs are basically the whole reason to play Underspire. If those didn't exist, there'd be almost no reason to play Underspire, other than just for the fun of it. But the Glory Orbs are pretty much the whole value of the mode. And one interesting thing is, Glory Orbs are basically never going to fall off of value. Even if you have maxed every Mythic in the game, you still have every Legendary. And even if you max every Legendary in the game, you still have every Epic. Like, you're basically never going to run out of use for Glory Orbs. It's one of the few unique loots in the game, particularly Silver and Gold ones. Bronze may eventually hit a dead end, but you will almost never run out of reasons to need more Silver and Gold Glory Orbs, as the rate at which troops come into the game dictates that you would still need them. Because even though we have basically gone from however many you would get from a Vault event, now to however many you get from a Vault event, plus like 8 per month if you go for all the Underspire. 8 per month is a lot. Like, if we take Mythic rate is like 1.3 per month. Let's even say 1.5. Now we're down to 6.5 per month. Let's say how many Legends come in on a given month. That's probably about 3? 4? 3? I guess it's pretty sporadic, but let's say 3. So now we're down to, what is that then? 4.5, so 3.5. So now we're getting 3.5 spare per month. And yeah, you just use that on Epics then. Or, you know, if you've maxed out literally everything else by then. But the rate at which things come into the game, kind of like even out on it. And then you just get all the spares for progress off of Vault events. Where you get a ton of orbs that, of course, some of them will end up being the Glory Orbs. The good old Glory. Which reminds me, we're pretty much going to be opening Vault keys once we finish out every daily. Because I want to get my Vault key number to a nice, easy to calculate number. Honestly, we might be opening like 80-something Vault keys tonight. Because I kind of want to get it down to 200, as it would be the easiest number to calculate out for tomorrow's Vault event. Or this whole weekend's Vault event, I should say. But, yeah, it'll be a little bit easier than 250. Like, 250 wouldn't be that bad, but 200 is easier to calculate off of. And final battle for our free gems. So we're going to open a lot of Vault keys tonight. Hopefully we'll get some. Speaking of good orbs, hopefully we'll get some. It'll be a sneak peek of what we might be getting this weekend as we're farming hundreds of Vault keys. Let's see. Yeah, it's easier just to have 00 there. Because all we have to do is change 1 number rather than 2, as it could get a little bit more confusing doing 250. Whereas just taking 200 from it will be super quick to do. Alright, there we go. And there's our free 25 gems. As we get every Thursday. It's not a lot, but you know, it adds up. There we go. Okay, next. Anything good on Adventure Board? Hey, speaking of 25 gem drops. Hello, another 25 gem drop. I'll take it. Except this gem drop takes you, like, not even a minute. There's the other one. Takes, like, what, 10, 15. As soon as we clear this out, we'll go hand out a code. Go clear out dungeon. And I think the rest of the time... oh, wait, I need to go do the ward event, too. Or the invasion, I mean. To help out the guild. We were just talking about it earlier. And after that, I guess we just spend the rest of the stream opening like 69 Vault keys or however many it is. Wait, is it actually 69? There's no way. There's no way that's how many we had. Wait, let me double check. How many do we have? Oh, it was 89. I knew it ended with 9. But no, it was 89, not 69. But we're going to open 89 Vault keys this stream. Get down to a nice 200. What do we need here? We'll take the brown. Grab the red. Red to dead. The Phoenicia Classic. And there we go. Don't need the other 2. Alright, let's go clear our dungeon. But before we do, here you guys go. Enjoy a redeem code. And you know what? I still have a few Sharkies left. Here, have a Sharky. If anyone still need them. I am still keeping some on reserve. I want to keep like maybe 5 on reserve. But I still have so many of them that... There you go, have a shark. Alright, next order of business. Let me go to dungeon. And top 3, go. Awful. Alright, there we go. Okay. The silence. How do we deal with this? I think we just ignore it. That's how we'll deal with it. Luckily, they both have Impervious, so we actually get mana for taking any color from the board. Which is one nice thing about this team. Well, there's a lot of nice things about this team, but one of them is Silence doesn't do anything to us not being able to take mana, as we still use every mana when Silence. Our mana accumulators might be disabled, but our actual capability to take mana is still possible on every color. Which is a nice little touch there. Alright, he's about to infinite loop on us. Oh, then again, he's frozen off his Zolgoth, so never mind. You have a higher chance of extra turn. Alright, we'll go for that. He very much does not have an higher chance of extra turning. Yeah, this Mythic. I still haven't covered a Mythic video on him. I honestly still don't know what I think of this Mythic. He is the strongest, worst Mythic I've ever seen. Like, it's not even fair to compare him to Fairy Godmother. This thing is a breed of its own. And I really don't know how to categorize it. Like, it's one of the strongest mythics in the entire game, while simultaneously being one of the worst mythics in the game. Which makes no sense. Like, obviously it is ultimately really good. Until it's not. Until it's very much not. But in theory, it is one of the strongest in the game. In practice, I have never seen something create so many gems with such a low extra turn rate, though. I'm pretty sure troops that create 5 of a single colored gem has a higher extra turn rate than this thing. Come on, he can't even get it from Sky. Luckily the AI is not taking it for some reason. Okay, let me Zolgoth first because you know he's not going to extra turn. Let me do that first so when we miss, he can't extra turn on us. Really? No? I thought there'd be something there. Really not. Yeah, there we go. Hey, that's why you click them. After you do all your battles, still click them because you might get some free loot. It's only 10 topaz there, but hey, that's 10 more than what we had. There's no downside to it. Alright, Pet Rescue I don't need. It's just the Kris Kringle thing from Christmas event this last year. When we had the Merry Bandmas. All the false bands going out. Alright, well, not yet, but we will see you soon. Look at that. Oh, wait, I have, like, no Paloozas. Oh, no. But, yeah, we will see this soon. Not quite yet. We still got, like, another 6 hours. But it is Vault Event weekends in, what is it? In 6 hours and 16 minutes from now. Okay, have we done all the things? No. I still need to go do Invasion real quick. And then after that, yeah, we go open, like, 89 Volkies then. And we're still using the same teams. Double Slug Hoarder, Turnip, and Explodey guy. Yeah, we already got a Vow Raven. I think we might have to do like 8 fights then. Which is perfectly fine. Alright, throw a one-shot. Oh, I just realized, I can't take mana on him now. I gotta pass a turn just to get mana. And dead. Legends Reborn? I'll do the fights later. Because we can do those whenever, right? It doesn't cancel itself out if we don't do it after X amount of time. Like, you can just hoard all of them. This is the case, right? I don't think I've ever hoarded them. But I'm pretty sure you're allowed to hoard them for as long as you want. And then just do them all at once. I'm pretty sure you don't have to do it every 3 days.
Oh, yeah, you could just hoard them, so I'm just gonna wait on them and do them next week. You can just hoard all the fights until the end and then just do them all. It's not like we're using Bork anytime this weekend. Because that's the only upgrade we would get from it. Well, until it ends, yeah. Obviously, when the event ends, you can't do it anymore. But for the duration of the event, you could just stack them all till the end. It's a 2-week-long event. So theoretically, we could wait till next week Sunday and still get them all done. We're not going to wait that long, obviously, but we could. It is an option. Which I like Gems of War events that are like that. Underspire basically is too. The only problem with delaying Underspire, though, is you don't know how close you are to completion. Because right now, we know we're on 2/3 the way through. So we can gauge how many more torches we need. Whereas if you're doing like all your Underspire on like Saturday or Sunday, the only big downside on that is you don't really know if you're overspending or underspending on torches. Because you don't know how far you currently are because you haven't done any yet. So even though Underspire can be played all the way at the end, there is a benefit to doing it every single day. Even though you could just wait for the final day or two to do it all. You call Ironhawk the Bedaziller because his spell is so flashy. Yeah, honestly, I really like doing the Ironhawk team. And we get to this weekend. Gonna be running nothing but Ironhawk pretty much the next 3 days. Other than for dailies and everything else. And all the billion goblin events going on right now. But aside from those, every other battle is pretty much just gonna be Ironhawk the rest of this weekend. I was gonna say, please just leave the skull there. Unfortunately, it did not. I'm trying to get the red so I can get the other explosion, but apparently I should have just grabbed his mana because it would have been better at this point. Oh, why did I do that? I already had win condition. There we go. How about this? Wand, Piskia, Amarak, and Catharix with Thief class. Interesting. That could definitely work. I'm still not a big fan of using Piskia, though. Though it has grown on me a little. I'm still not a fan of its inconsistency, though. Though he fits perfectly with Catharix because they're both so inconsistent. Though, compared to Catharix, it almost seems like Piskia has a 100% devour rate compared to Catharix's inconsistency. Why Ironhawk? Ironhawk deals 5 damage to all enemies when you cast a spell. And this can be exploited on very low level Explore. Particularly in locations that have low durability. Where you could just instantly one-shot to win a battle. Or double cast to win a battle. Where you just run things that have Empower with some Ironhawks and you just auto-win. It's the main reason why Ironhawk is so viable. Ironhawk on paper is only like a C tier, B tier mythic. But his synergy for farming makes him pretty much the strongest mythic in the entire game. As he has the quickest resource rate, and since this game is so resource heavy, he's basically the best troop in the game. Not in a combat perspective, but in a resource farming perspective. And he's pretty much in a class of his own. There isn't any comparable troop in the current state of the game to him. Closest thing is Farish Ra, but it only does souls, whereas Ironhawk does every resource pretty much in the game. Especially during Vault events, which is the main time when you bring it out. And if you don't have them, you can just simply run like Rowan quick kill and stuff. It's still pretty quick. Not as quick as Ironhawk, but still decently quick. Alright, 2 more fights, and I'm pretty sure we're not getting a Vow Raven within there. The only problem is I don't think we're going to be able to get the thing tonight. But we will be able to early tomorrow, if nothing else. Catch you later, Chad. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Yeah, we're actually going to probably be going for a while. Because 89 Vault Keys are going to take, like, at least, like, 45 minutes to go open. I'm trying to remember, how many Vault Keys can we open per hour? Because we're winning about 1.5 times per minute. So yeah, it would take like an hour-ish. Because it's almost like 2 per minute. Not quite, though. But we're still going to be going for a little while tonight. Honestly, every single night the rest of this week we probably will be too, because of the Vault event weekend. I'm not sure if we're doing a midday stream this week, weekend, but we might. Do like a midday grind on like Saturday or Sunday. Just not sure what my schedule is this weekend, so... If I do have some time, we might throw it down on one of the days. Otherwise, we'll just do it all at night. Alright, there we go. Unfortunately, we still don't have the Slug Hoarder upgrade, but we'll definitely 100% have it tomorrow. Oh yeah, I forgot. We still have the orb and everything else too. Come on. No! It's a new one, but it's the most useless new one. At least newer players will never need to go dry on ingots again. Like, it must be so easy for newer players to max every weapon. Like, the first couple weeks to a month can still be a little hard. But gosh, ingot orbs. That would have been so nice if that came out when weapons first came out. Especially with how rare epics were at the time. Though they've kind of fixed that at this point. Because at one point, when Underworld came out in 3.0, it was actually harder to get epic ingots than it was to get legendary or mythic ingots. And it was like that for a couple years, until they eventually added enough methods to get epics that it basically evened out. Anyways, so we have finished every daily and every weekly up to as far as we can progress until the next day cycle. So the only other thing we need to go do, other than I guess Legends Reborn, but we'll do that later. But that means the only other thing we need to go do... Oh, thank you, whoever claimed the code for us. Thank you. The only other thing we need to go do is open a bunch of Vault Keys. So we have a Vault event this weekend, and we're going to keep opening Vault Keys right now until we only have 200 left. There's the game plan. And we're going to be running the one-shot Diamantina team. There's the game plan. So this is just a sneak peek of the loot you could be getting this weekend if you farm the Vault events. Because this is the same Vault Keys you'd be getting. Let's see, anything good from our first orb? Purple, not bad. Even though I personally don't need purples that much these days, they are still a really good orb. I just have no need for them, so they tend to consider them a bad drop. But I consider a blue orb a bad drop these days too, even though they're decently good. It's kind of weird, because those orbs actually are really, really good. They still are. It's just we have such a surplus of them that I get very minimal to almost no value from getting them. The purple and blues are still really good. Orange? Oh, nice. We got the 300 gem drop already. Wow, that was quick. That's the biggest gem drop he can have. As well as one of his rarest drops, so that was quick. We're like 3 keys in and we already got the 300 gems. Oh, more gems for Underspire and other modes. Whatever they're going to add in like 7.1. That adds like a billionth more gem sync. Ah, there's a blue. So far, some pretty good loot. Purple, blue, 300 gems. Very strong start. None of the super good loots, but, well, actually, the 300 gem is one of the super good loots. But none of the super good orbs, I should say. We didn't get any of the glories yet, none of the pets. Still need a bit more of those major forgings. Especially now that we have the rings, because we actually have to use those rings, by the way. So I'm going to use a major forging every single Tower of Doom event going forward, which we have next week, which is something I'll talk about a little bit in the Monday video thingy too, and probably even just do the upgrade during the video too. But it is a good idea to try to keep a reserve of a major forging orb for the next Tower of Doom event. So ideally, you want to be earning a one of those orbs at least once per month, which the easiest way to do that is to grind off a Vault event. But, yeah, you're going to want to do that to max out the new weapon every single time, as you actually are forced to use that new weapon now. Tower of Doom, in order to get double the Doom kills, you have to use the new weapon, which means we'll have to use the ring for whatever color the week is. I don't remember. But we'll have to use the new ring for pretty much the first time. I haven't really bothered using it before, because it's honestly not too good, but I don't know. Maybe our opinion of it will change after we are forced to use it for an entire event. But I'm pretty sure it's still going to be kind of meh. Yeah, the 6 gems come from the normal gnome drop table. The bigger gem drops are from the Cedric itself. With 20% extra, he has a 120 and a 300 gem drop. With 300 being his bigger one. And in an Epic Vault Key, you can actually get the 900 gem drop. I only gotten it once, but we get it plenty more times if we actually opened our Vault Keys. And it's the biggest gem drop you can ever get without spending money, not counting Bracket 1 Guild War, which almost no one's in. But it's realistically the biggest gem drop you can ever get is the big gem drop from Epic Vault Keys at 900 gems for a single drop. But yeah, it's a really huge drop to get. I've only ever gotten it one time. If I opened my entire stack of Epic Vault Keys, I'd probably get it like 5 more times. Maybe even slightly more than that. But I've only seen it once so far. I've seen the 300 from this guy at least like over 100 times at this point. I've opened a lot of Vault Keys over the years. Hey, 4 golds. Hey, we even got the high gold. Well, actually, he always gives that gold amount. Never mind. If anything, these are low rolls for the other 3. And hey, like 100,000 gold for a single key. Not the best loot you can be getting, but honestly, 100,000 gold that quickly is not that bad. Especially with the rate that you get them during Vault events. It's by far the better loot from it, but 100k gold still not awful. With current gold farming rates, it's basically 10 minutes to 15 minutes of gold farming, depending on your bonus. So not bad at all in that regard. When you're getting like dozens per hour during a Vault event. Wow, why is this board so bad? Worst comes to worst, we auto win off a Black Manacle in a couple turns. Which at this rate might actually be our win condition, which is so sad. But I'm pretty sure our win condition at this point is let Black Manacle cast. Go Black Manacle. Ooh, 24 gem keys? Oh, that reminds me. Wait, we have a mythic to go over tomorrow. I completely forgot. We have a new mythic tomorrow. It's really irrelevant, but I still need to cover a video on it. I would advise skipping it, but we're still going to cover it, see what it could do. But yeah, we get a new mythic in like 6 hours. I almost completely forgot about that. Oh, that's so funny. I'll actually cover that before I cover the gold farming guy. Oh, I completely forgot about that because it's such a relevant mythic. Yeah, we get a new mythic tomorrow. It's the first Friday of the month. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything, though. I'll get it, and all the gem keys we're getting from this will go towards it, if nothing else. Yeah, 73 more keys. All the way to 200. And hopefully this weekend we'll get like 300 to 500 more. I don't really have any set goal this weekend, other than just farm. We're not going to go too crazy with it. But definitely want to hit at least 300 this weekend. That's pretty much always the bare minimum, I would say, these days for how many I like to go for. As long as we hit that, I'll be happy. Well, we don't really have any kind of specific gem key goal overall. I mean, Vault Key, I mean. Just to get more. An orange orb. Yeah, I'm not sure the next time we're going to go for 1,000. I think we've done it, what, 3 times now? 4 times now? We went for the 1,000. It's definitely not something I do too often. Especially if we don't have a reserve or some backup paloozas. Just having to do them all manually takes so long. I'm actually surprised because I believe we've only gotten 1 Palooza set between the 2 Vault events. Though in all fairness, the last Vault event was like, what, 3 weeks ago? Because we just had one right around the corner. And the next one's already around the corner. It seems like they're going to be doing a Vault event potentially every month now. Which if that's the case, that is amazing for loot. Because before they were like every 6 weeks, though sometimes less than that. And they were very sporadic and inconsistent as to when they occurred. But if this new event system makes it so there's about a Vault event every month, that's a lot more loot than we were getting before. Is that basically brought an event that would happen about every 6 to 8 weeks down to once every 4 to 5 weeks. And Tower of Doom got that too. It looks like Tower of Doom will be about once every 4 weeks. Instead of before, where it was once every 11. Which is kind of funny because back in the day, Tower of Doom actually used to be once every 4 weeks. And then it became once every 11 weeks. And I think they, as of this update, they actually made it back to once every 4 weeks, which is kind of funny. Not fully sure yet because we haven't seen like the full Tower of Doom schedule going forward, like months ahead, but it seems like that's going to be the case now. So basically back to what Tower of Doom was back in the day. Which is good because that's what the mode was scaled for. It was scaled for being once every 4 weeks. As far as like how many scrolls you get from it and everything. Which is why there was such a lack of it recently. Because it's been once every 11 weeks for like 2.5 years now. But it looks like they reverted it back as of 7.0. It looks like they cleaned up their event system a lot as of 7.0. They're even posting like little monthly recaps on it now, which is kind of cool. 64 more keys to go. Yeah, it seems like most things will run on like a 4-ish week cycle now, from what I could tell. Maybe not absolutely everything, but a good majority of stuff. How often do they add new kingdoms? These days, about once per year. Though this will be the first time in about 6 years where we're probably getting 2 within a year. As we got one, I believe, the first month of this year, and we're about to get one the last month of this year. Because I believe we have one planned in November or December or so. But, yeah, back... Also, gnomes running away here doesn't actually matter, by the way. You still get the loot. It's the only location in the game where a gnome running still gives you the loot. But, yeah, a new kingdom is generally added about once per year. Though this is one of the few exception years, so who knows, maybe they'll start doing more in the future again. Because back in the day, we used to get about 4 to 5 kingdoms a year. Then when Underworld came out in 3.0, they basically replaced that with the whole Underworld thing, where they started adding, like, you know, several Underworlds per year, but they weren't adding any more kingdoms during that time. And then they, as a few years ago, started slowly adding one more kingdom per year. And this year is going to be the first year in about 5-6 years, pretty much since 3.0, like right before 3.0. But it'll be the first time in about 5 or 6 years where they're actually adding more than one kingdom in a year. The main reason they try not to add too many kingdoms is the current event system that might get tweaked into the future. But the current event system, as more and more kingdoms come into the game, it becomes clunkier and clunkier due to the more kingdoms in the game making it take longer for each kingdom to cycle. So unless they start having like 2 kingdoms be the kingdom of the week or something, the more kingdoms they have, the less frequent each individual kingdom will cycle around. So they've been very careful not to add too many more. Because otherwise they need to like basically revamp their entire kingdom system, which they probably will at some point need to. At least haven't yet. The most recent patch ended up overhauling the event system to some degree, but they still kind of need to do the kingdom system at some point, with how it corresponds to weekly events. Because as more kingdoms come into the game, it's going to be harder to get kingdom-specific weapons, or be able to event key for them, or something similar. Unless they figure out some kind of workaround in the near future. Because that new kingdom we're getting later this year is what, the 38th? 39th? Somewhere around there. They got to about 31 or 32 until they started like barely doing any more. But now they've been starting to slowly add a few more every year. Or one more every year, I mean. Let me take tribute. But yeah, how many are we up to these days? I almost forgot. I think it's 38. 37. The next one's the 38th kingdom. We're getting up there. Yeah, for the longest time, we're at like 31 or 32 kingdoms. And then they like didn't add any for a couple years. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Volkies. How many do we need? We're currently at 56 more. What about an Upper World? Yeah, that's always been the joke. Is because we have the Underworld, they need to go add an Overworld. Though it's funny because the term Overworld can also mean the base level of an area. Like, you know, the overworld being the base level. Because compared to the underworld, the standard world is the overworld. But the joke is that they're going to add, like, an actual overworld. Like, a world above the above the normal area. They probably will at some point. It hasn't happened yet, but you know it's eventually going to happen. How exactly it'll be implemented and everything is to be determined. But they're almost guaranteed going to add a third area of some kind. may not be called Overworld specifically, but it will definitely have some kind of name. Oh yeah, I handed out a Sharky code. I am saving them, but I still have so many spears that I was handing some out. And by some, I mean one. What are you doing surviving with 1 HP? Is that even allowed? Oh, wow. That's funny. So if you're wondering how he died, the trait on this thing gives a random status effect to a random ally at the start of battle. And we happened to get Reflect on first slot. And we killed him with 1 damage off of Reflect. So not only did we randomly get it on this troop, but we also randomly got the only ability that could have went on him that actually would have won us the battle there. Well, that's really funny. I was like wondering for a second, how on earth did we get Reflect? But then I remembered, oh yeah, the random status effect thing. That was a extremely convenient amount of luck. Is the upcoming new mythic a good one? No, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. I wouldn't say the absolute worst in the game, but it's under the buffing category. And most buffing mythics just aren't worth using. Not the worst thing in the world, it's just, it's outclassed by things that already do it. It's like a mass enchanter outclassed by other mass enchanters. Like, it does a couple things, but it's outclassed on all of them. It does a bunch of HP, but other things do HP better. It mass enchants, but other things do enchant better. And there's some other third effect that I actually forget off the top of my head. But whatever it is, there's other things that do it better. So there's a combination of those 3 things, but it just doesn't do it particularly well. I need to hit him right now. Go, 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 go. No, he didn't fall for the Skull Distract. Unfortunate. Now we need to go get the entirety of Diamantina back up. Just because of that little summon. There we go. Do we keep rolling gold today? Not ideal, but yeah, at least we'll have a bunch of gold to dump into the guild at some point. I'm not sure what I'm saving my gold for. I think the main reason I have any reserve of gold right now is mostly out of the concern of what if they eventually do an update where you actually need gold. Hey, and a forging. It's a small forging, but hey, I'll take it. I haven't seen one of those in a long while. Wow. Let's see. Forging 68. There we go. Yeah, we're almost to 69 forgings. Hopefully we get a major one next, so we can use it for the next Tower of Doom next week. We already have plenty of them, so it's not too big a deal if we don't. But it'd be convenient if we did, as we do actively need one next week. It's the final Zodiac mythic. Oh, do we finally have all the Zodiac? I wasn't even keeping track if we've had all 12 yet. Is it really the 12th one? That's kind of funny. I wish the Zodiac troops were a little bit better. I can't even think of a single Zodiac that was even remotely relevant. They were almost all useless. Which is kind of sad. I don't know, whenever I think of the Zodiac these days, I'm not sure why, but I always think of Animal Crossing New Horizon. Just because of the whole Zodiac system they had in that game. Let's see, I'll throw that down. But yeah, unfortunately, Zodiac system in Gems of War is basically useless. Like, all 12 of them are near useless troops that you just get for kingdom upgrades. Oh, come on, something good? No, come on. We haven't gotten a good major orb drop all night. It's like our 5th one. Unless we opened one for the event thingy. Not a single good drop tonight from them. Come on, round 2. Oh, that's technically a good drop. Not the good drop I'm looking for, though. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what the next big MMO would end up being. I kind of almost do these days kind of want to get into a new MMO. I just feel like all new MMOs just end up dying. Like, look what happened to New World. I didn't even bother because it seemed like it would happen to it, and look at it now. Like, you know, they're still trucking along barely, but, it's nowhere near where you would think it would be. Because after getting back into old school RuneScape, it kind of reminded me that I actually do kind of like MMOs. It's just, I feel like there's been very few good new MMOs in the last, like, decade. Which is why I'm literally still playing an MMO back from, like, the 2000. Like, it was literally started to be developed in the... before the 2000s. Like, 1999. And the game engine that's running off of right now is based off of, like, 2003. Obviously, it's been updated substantially since then. But it's running like a 2-decade-old game engine. Or at least what it's based off of. But hey, it's still fun. And I am not playing it in the background today, for once. Normally I am, which if you ever see my mouse like clicking downwards, is probably what it is. I didn't bother today, though. I think it's currently set up to do a farm run next, so I didn't bother bringing it to an AFK activity. So I could just simply do a farm run. Farm runs are basically like taking tribute every hour in Gems of War. Except in that game, it takes like 10 minutes to do, instead of Gems of War where it takes one click. Which is one thing I really like about Gems of War. Imagine if you had to play like 5 battles to take your tribute. That would be so annoying. It's just so nice to just click one button and boom, you get all your loot for your hourly. There's a lot of MMOs that have an hourly or like a daily or something like that. A lot of them normally take like some amount of time. It's like, hey, you have to do this battle or some other thing. And Old School RuneScape slightly like that with a few of them. But Gems of War, it's nice. You just click button, boom, you're good to go. An adventure board you technically have to take battles for, but it's so quick that it's basically not even a battle. You just one shot 9 times in a row or 10 times in a row and you're good to go. Yes, as Logic there mentioned, if you're free, leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. If you guys have any questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Because the rest of the stream is pretty much just opening Vault keys, so this is a good look at what you might get from the Vault event if you grind for it. As over the course of this stream, we would have opened 89 Vault keys, which is super easy to get during a Vault event. Our goal this time around will be at least 300 plus. So far, our drops have been okay. We hit the 300 gem drop once. We hit the 24 gem key drop several times, which we're going to be using for the Mythic tomorrow. Our orbs have been pretty underwhelming tonight. We got a major purple, and the only, like, really particularly unique one we got was a single small forging, but it was a small one, so it didn't matter as much. So we're doing pretty bad on orbs, but otherwise our general loot has been okay. But our orb loot has been a little unlucky. Also, we just haven't been seeing that many orbs either. I feel like just in general, not only are we getting unlucky on the orbs, but we're getting unlucky on the frequency of the orbs. I feel like normally I get more orbs than what we're getting right now. Okay, this thing needs to stop surviving. I get calculated out based on how many skulls there are on the board, but it's generally not worth the time to figure it out. Given how quick the battle already goes. I'm not sure why, but it loves giving us 72,000 gold tonight off of Cedric. I don't think I've ever seen him drop that many 72,000 golds. Which is unfortunate, because that's one of his weaker drops. Not his worst. It's far from his worst. You know what? We actually haven't seen his worst drop all night, where he drops one Cedric. Here it is right here. Does he get it? No, good, we got the major. Yeah, we haven't seen the worst drop yet, the Cedric drop from Cedric. Alright, come on. Let's see major pet orb. Go. 1%. No, an orange. At some point we will get something. Alright, 30 to go. At some point we'll get the drop. Oh, double orb back to back. Anything good? No, it's double orange. It's not just back to back orb, it's back to back same useless orb. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Our orb luck is just not good tonight. Well, at least the other loot's been okay. Speaking of which, there's our gem keys for tomorrow's mythic. What are the mythics for Capricorn and Virgo? Oh no, did we get them? Someone was mentioning earlier we got them all, but I'm actually not sure if we've gotten them all. Someone was just mentioning that in chat. Though I'm actually not sure if we have all 12 yet. We might, because I know that they've been doing it over the last like 2 years or so. I actually have no clue if we have them all yet or not. I would sure think we'd be pretty close, if not all the way there yet, as far as them being in the game. Yeah, Virgo's tomorrow's mythic. Okay. That makes sense. So yeah, we do have all 12 Zodiacs then. Hey, gosh, we're getting so many gem keys. This game really wants me to go get tomorrow's mythic. Just in the Volkeys we've been opening tonight, we have gotten over almost 200 gem keys at this point. Which is not enough to get a mythic, but you know, it's a good chunk towards a mythic. No, I needed that. Oh, there we go. He took a skull and it got replaced with a skull. Alright, 24 more keys. Hopefully we get at least one good orb drop from a major orb. Come on, there's a 10% chance you get one of the really good loots. Which is either a major forging, though those will eventually not be really good, but I still need them. A major forging, a major pet, major gold, or major, or glory gold, or glory silver. Those are the main ones. The pet orb is 1%, gold is 2%, silver is 3%, and forging is 6? 5? I actually don't remember. Come on. No! Another orange! That's 3 major oranges in a row. Not back to back to back, but 2 of them were back to back. That's so unfortunate. It really does not want to give us a good orb tonight. Come on, round 4. Nope. Back to back useless orb. At some point, we got to get the drop. Yeah, tonight's the night, not the night for us to be opening orbs, apparently. Oh, come on. One of the only places that a skull would have been bad there. Come on, let's use all of our bad luck on the small orbs and save all the good luck for one big major orb. Watch, he's going to troll us and give us the 1% power. You know it's going to happen. Because that's the most useless rare drop. Until they add more ways to use power. Well, if nothing else, they technically added Catharix. Which, have I ever bothered crafting a second Catharix? Yeah, I don't think I did. I wanted to before the video so I could show a weird team with 2 of them for the fun of it. Because I don't believe I actually crafted the second one yet. I need to go do that. The magic oranges are preventing us from getting them. Yeah, the orange is probably the most disappointing drop. It's also, I believe, the most common, oddly enough. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 5% more common than the green one. As weird as that may seem. Which is useful for newer players, but is not useful if you have been playing the game for like more than a couple months or so. Because you eventually reach the point where you have more trait stones than you ever know what to do with. There isn't a proper infinite trait stone sink in the game. So once you have more than enough trait stones, you forever have more than enough trait stones. And they still haven't really added a solution to that yet. I have 15 more keys. And then we'll be ready to go for Vault Event tomorrow. Then we'll cover the Mythic video. Cover the Gold Farm team once we have the Metal upgrade. Or the Shiny Token upgrade, whatever you want to call it. Too many names for things. I'm not even sure what the proper name would be. I guess Shiny Tokens. So hello, Lester. Hey, we found a Volkey in our Volkey. Well, I guess we get to open an extra one. Because I'm opening till we have 200, so... me getting an extra Volkey just means we have to go open it then. Oh, let me go add that to the ingot pile. There we go. Another one for the useless pile. Also, this December will be the 1-year mark of the orbs existing. Normally when it comes to new mechanics like that, I keep track of it on stream for a year. The other year was keeping track of mimics. This year is keeping track of the new orbs. I'm not sure what our next tracking thing will end up being. I guess it really depends what the big 8.0 patch is, or 7.5, or whatever they do around that time. We never bother keeping track of merchants or angels, though. We did like a per stream tracker, but we never keep track of like a global tracker of like how many total we ever found. You think it might be a reskin of Wild Queen? Is it? Let's see. I think I still have the image up right here. Let's see. I think it's right here. Oh no, it looks unique enough. Oh no, it doesn't look too much like Wild Queen. Like, the art is vastly different. Like, the pose might be similar. But with, like, 1,300 troops, they're bound to repeat poses at some point. Oh no, it looks unique enough. There's only so many poses something can stand in. Smash. Smash or pass for every single troop in Gems of War. You know how long that video would be? We'd basically have to do a stream for it. That'd be something funny to do at 1,500. Oh, that had a lot of keys in it. How many are we up to these days? I think we're almost 1,300. Yeah, 7 more and we're at 1,300. Tomorrow we'll be at 1,294. Troops within the game. Gosh, that number is getting high. What am I looking for? I'm looking for last few vault keys. I feel like my selection for a smash or pass would be very weird, though. Because standard beauty doesn't really attract me. Or, you know, what's generally considered standard beauty. Did I collect tribute? Yeah, I already collected tribute earlier. So you're saying you'd fast fairy godmother? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the list would be very unique. As far as what the outcomes would come out to be. Hey, we got the 300 gem drop for the second time today. Nice. Not bad. So I've seen it twice within 90 keys then. Well, technically 86 as of currently. Because we got the extra spare and we opened 89. Because that means we would have opened 90 vault keys a stream. Because we opened 89, plus we got a vault key drop that we opened, so that's 90. Now, let's not make sure not to overdo it on here. We only have to do 2 more unless we get another drop. Alright, final one. Let me just double check on the menu. Hey, a blue orb. Alright, it should be the final vault key unless we have a vault key in this vault key. Final one until the vault weekend. What do we get? What do we have here? We get... No! I was saying it earlier. Though, in all fairness, 1 Cedric and 90 vault keys. Very lucky not getting this useless drop that long. Oh, wow. Well, the Cedric disguised himself as a gnome this time. We got the max gold drop off of a gnome. He has a 50% gold drop, and with 20% it's 60. So we got more gold from these 2 gnomes than the Cedric would have even dropped. That's so sad. But yeah, this is the worst drop Cedric has. Ironically, a Cedric. Because it's so common that you max him way beyond the amount you ever need. Because you only ever need 7 Cedrics. Ever. And you'll easily get hundreds upon hundreds. But yeah, we went pretty good not getting him. Only 1 in 90 keys is actually pretty lucky. Normally in 90 keys you would get like 5 of them, if not more. But that's funny, look at that. We get 84,000 from the gnomes and nothing from the Cedric. 84,000 gold. There we go. Anyways, that should bring us to a nice clean 200, which should be pretty easy to do math off of for this weekend's Vault event. And we are not ending this Vault event weekend until this number is 500 by the end of the Vault event. That is the game plan. And I'm not counting epic Vault keys towards that. I don't know, I guess we will. Oh no, I kind of want to see a nice 500 plus number here though. So we're probably going to go until we have 300 Vault key drops this weekend. Not counting epic Vault keys. I'll still be counting epic Vault keys. But I kind of want to hit 300 excluding epic Vault keys if we can. So that we get a nice 500 plus to go open over the next month or so. Yeah, and we'll go from there. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, wonderful weekend. New Mythic tomorrow, though it's pretty irrelevant, pretty skippable. We'll cover a video on it pretty early. Why not 1,000? No, we're not going to do 1,000 this weekend. It would be nice to, but I'm definitely not going that hard this weekend. But we're definitely going to be grinding to some degree. Yes, is Vault Weekend this weekend? Yes. It's starting in 6 hours. Actually, a bit less than 6 hours. It's right here. Vault Weekend is in 5 hours and 34 minutes. So is the new Mythic. So I don't think the new Mythic shows up here. But we're also getting a new Mythic in 5 hours and 34 minutes. New Mythic's pretty relevant, though the Vault event isn't. So definitely make sure to do that Vault event. Anyways, guys, we'll be back tomorrow, same time as always. About an hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. And our game plan is to farm Vault event, as would be expected. We'll cover the Mythic in the morning. And if I have time, I should be able to get the Gold Farm video up too. As I wanted to wait until we had the upgrade. And I should have the upgrade early tomorrow. Depends when my guild gets around to the battles. But I need these 5 Slug Hoarder shiny tokens before I cover the video. As I do want to have him at 11 mana cost rather than his 12. It doesn't make that big of a difference, but you know, every little bit helps. So I will be doing it then. Also, we get to see him in all his shininess, which would be really cool. So, because I'm actually not sure what his shiny looks like. Or what any other shiny looks like other than Turtle. Like how they go about it, so... We'll find out when we see it for him in sometime tomorrow then. But anyways, guys. Did he miss the code? No, we handed out one earlier. Though I might as well hand out another one right now. It's going to be a standard code, but here you guys go. Here is a code. Because I still have batches from the 2 previous code batches. I still have some standard codes from 2 months ago, and I still have the Sharky code from last month. And I think she sent me some dog and cat codes. Actually, let me go check right now as I'm ending the stream. Let me open Discord real quick, because I'm going to be checking this anyways. After stream, might as well check it right now. But I want to see if Jetto has sent us the cat and... oh, apparently I'm upgrading Discord because I barely opened it at all. Come on, loading. But I wanted to see if Jetto sent the cat and dog codes yet. I'm not sure what cat or dog would be there, but one of the past International Cat Day and past International Dog Day we're going to be put into the codes. So maybe we'll go hand them out tomorrow for the Vault event, one of each, if I have them. Just so we can see what pet are in both. Loading. Come on, Discord. How are you taking so long to load? It updated and now it's loading Discord itself. Oh, I do have a message from her. Is that it? Let's see. There'll be a delay in codes as there seems to be some issues with the software I use to generate them. Oh, she just sent this message during the stream. This is a live update from 1 hour ago. But yeah, there's a delay on the codes because the thing that they use to generate them isn't working. Once that is resolved, you'll get them to me ASAP, along with some extra codes for the delay. Thanks. There we go. But yeah, apparently there's a slight delay on them. Luckily, I have a reserve, so it shouldn't matter. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Alright, let me go and close this out. And yeah, I guess that's stream. Anyways, guys, we will be back tomorrow. Apparently not with cat and dog codes. It's going to be delayed by a couple days or so. Hopefully by sometime next week, we'll have the cat and dog codes. And then we'll start having those to hand out. And that's pretty cool if we're going to start having random pets in our codes. That's going to be a lot of fun, especially for people who might be missing some of them. And I still keep some shark codes on reserve, so if we ever want to at some point in the future, like a month or 2 from now, when more people would be missing it, then we can. Because obviously after a whole month of handing them out, I'm pretty sure most people who watch this regularly already have them. So I want to keep a few on reserve for later. And we'll probably do that for all of them. Like, I'll keep like a few cat and dog codes to the side after the fact, so at some point in the future we can hand them out. But anyways, guys, I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by, as per usual. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Best of luck on the Vault grind. Best of luck if you're trying for the new Useless Mythic tomorrow, for completion's sake. And for the kingdom upgrade, actually, I don't remember what kingdom it's for. It's for the kingdom of Forest of Thorns. What star level does that bring it to? That brings Forest of Thorns to 26 stars. That's not a particularly relevant star level. But, yeah, it is required for 26 stars, though. That's not really anything particularly relevant. All that is extra tribute reward. It's not even the better one of tribute chance. As tribute chance gives you more gems per hour, whereas tribute reward just gives you a little bit more, like, gold, glory, or souls, whatever the tribute is for the kingdom. Like, in the case of this kingdom, it just gives you slightly more, well, everything. But, tribute chance is the way better number of the two. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by, and best of luck with everything. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.